Well, I think we've set the tone with those beautiful candle lightings of celebration, joys, and concerns. And certainly Eileen has blessed us this morning. Eileen, Love Lives Here is your song, right? Yes, yes. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Thank you. So good day, everyone, again. I am Rev. Melissa. I'm the spiritual leader at Rockland Center for Spiritual Living. And it's been a minute since I have been here with you all at UUCR. Did y'all miss me?
Yes.
Oh, good. I missed you all too. And I'm missing Carl.
I know.
Right?
He's in Kentucky. Oh.
Yeah, he's at a conference, a UU conference. Yes, so he is missed. I believe he's going to be back this evening for your Labyrinth walk tonight at 7. At least that's what he's aiming for. So welcome. This is our summer solstice Sunday service. Say that fast.
Solstice Sunday service.
All right, all right, all right. And today is also Father's Day, as has been mentioned. So love and light to all the fathers, all the daddies out there, and to all who have fatherly duties, like my mom had when we were coming up. I also want to just give a shout out when I mentioned my husband. You know Spike Lee is like the ultimate Nick fan. My husband makes Spike Lee look like he's not a fan. That's how much of a fan my husband is of the Knicks. And we were at the parade on Thursday. Was anyone else there at the parade? Nobody? Oh, y'all missed it. It was amazing. It was amazing. Like just millions and millions of people. And the energy of joy and love was electric. It was electric. So it was wonderful to have that experience. And I also just want to acknowledge that Friday was Juneteenth. And if you don't know what Juneteenth is, it is when, let's see, on June 19th, 1887, the Union soldiers went to Galveston, Texas to let the enslaved African Americans there know that Emancipation Proclamation was passed 2.5 years ago. And so we celebrate that day. And I celebrated it by walking what was supposed to be 19 miles. I actually walked 20 miles. So, yeah, it was awesome. It was awesome. So it's amazing what we can do when we put our minds to it and when we do things from that vibration of love. So that's what we're... Love you too, Jim. Joe. Thank you. So, our message today is higher love. And Eileen has sung such beautiful songs in that vibration of love. And I want to start by just acknowledging that the summer solstice, I love summer solstice because it's the longest day, right, and the shortest night. And it bubbles up a question for me. What within me is ready to come fully into the light? What within me is willing to come fully into the light? So metaphysically, the sun represents illumination, awareness, wisdom, vitality, and divine presence. And as the outer light reaches its peak, we are invited to recognize the inner light that never stops shining, no matter what. Even when it's cloudy outside, the sun is there, right? So the solstice reminds us that light does not struggle to be light. It simply shines. It simply shines. Doesn't ask permission, doesn't care what's going on. It shines. It just shines. And so the invitation is for us to realize that for ourselves as well. because the same is true for us. We are, each one of us, a divine light. Do you believe that?
Yes.
Okay. So our spiritual journey is not about becoming something that we are not. We are light. We are light itself. And we have a shadow, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. My shadow's name is Melody. And she comes and she speaks not mean. She doesn't criticize. She is like a melody. And I get sometimes seduced by the words she says to me. Oh no, you work so hard. Just lay down for another 3 hours. Don't go to the gym today. So what is midnight? Go have that chocolate cake. You deserve it. That's how Melody talks to me. And so our shadow is an opportunity for us to integrate, not to push away. Our shadow needs the light. And so we have the opportunity to take our light, to use our light, to shine it in the shadows of this world. Yes?
Yes, absolutely, yes.
Perhaps the greatest shadow humanity continues to face is the shadow of separation. This belief that we are separate from one another. This belief that we are not connected. This belief that not everyone belongs. That is a shadow. And what resolves, heals, dissolves the shadow? Not just any light, your light. Your light. Because we know that we are not separate from one another. We know that we are not separate from our light, our wholeness, and we are not separate from the divine presence that moves and breathes and has its being in and through each and every one of us. So when I hear the phrase higher love, I don't think about a love that is above us. I think about a love that is calling us higher. A love that invites us beyond the fear, the judgment, and the division. Because higher love is transformational. It is the willingness to see the eyes of spirit. It is the courage to recognize the divine where the world teaches us to see difference. It is the practice of remembering our oneness when everything you see on the news tells us that we're different. So our companion author this month at Rockland CSL is Bell Hooks. She wrote a book called All About Love. And she writes in the book, love is the will to extend oneself for the purpose of nurturing one's own or another's spiritual growth. When I marry people, one of my favorite things to do is officiating weddings. I say to them that love is about spiritual growth. Spiritual partnership is a commitment to each other's spiritual growth, including our shadows, right? So that definition that Bell Hooks shared in her book is not just about the emotion of love. It's about love being a choice, love being an action, love being a commitment to grow. And perhaps that is why higher love can feel so challenging sometimes, because it asks us to see one another, to really, truly see one another, not as labels, not as political positions, not as strangers, but as sacred expressions of life itself. Did anyone watch the opening of the Obama Presidential Center? A couple of you. I would encourage you to go on YouTube and watch it, especially the speeches by Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, but especially Michelle, my girl, y'all. That's my girl. And so one of the things that Michelle said that really struck me, and I had to write it down, she was talking about her husband. And she said, "You have proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that when we truly see each other, when we strive to bring out the best in ourselves and one another, oh, there is no limit to how high we can go." Hope talked about hope, right? She lit that candle for hope. And it reminds us of that. In higher love, there is hope. Yes? So when Michelle spoke those words, I immediately thought about this sermon. I was like, whoa, thank you, Michelle. You done gave me my sermon today. Yes. So when we choose to bring out the best in ourselves and in one another, to encourage each other, to bring out our best, to stretch, to move beyond what's comfortable, to say hello to someone you don't know yet. I love this book by Valerie Carr. She wrote a book called See No Strangers. And she said, when you see a stranger, really what you are seeing is a part of yourself that you don't know yet. What if we approach the people we don't know or the people we have judgment about as an aspect of ourselves that we just don't know yet? What a shift that would be in the world. Yes? So whether we are speaking about oneness, our beloved community, or the independent web of life, we are pointing to the same sacred reality, that our lives are connected. Our flourishing is intertwined, and love calls us beyond separation into a deeper experience of belonging. Science of Mind teaches that there is one life, one presence, one power, one divine reality expressing as its creation. We are its creation. Life is expressing through and as each and every one of us. We call this reality spirit, God, infinite intelligence, universal presence. As Chris writes in her book, she calls it higher power of your own understanding. Call it what you like or call it nothing at all. It doesn't matter. Love is love.
Yeah.
So Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind, taught that we are all rooted in the same infinite source. If there is only one life, then the stranger that I believe is separate from me is not. If there is only one life, then the person with whom I disagree with also is not separate from me. And if there is only one life, then the divine presence expressing as me is the same divine presence expressing as you. This doesn't mean that we are identical. This doesn't mean that we agree, because each of us are a unique, individualized expression of divine love. Imagine there's sunlight coming in through these windows, right? The light hits differently through each and every pane. So we get to express the love that we are uniquely, individualized, and to allow that to spread and light up the world. That's exciting to me. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah.
All right. So the more deeply we recognize our oneness with life, the more naturally love flows. Why is that? Because love is the recognition of unity. Love is what happens when we stop believing in separation. Love is what remains when we remember who we are. Ernest says in Science of Mind that love is the self-givingness of the spirit through the desire of life to express itself in terms of creation. So love is not merely something that the universe does. Love is what we do. We are. Love is an action. Love is the cosmic impulse behind creation itself. Do you ever feel that impulse? No?
Always.
Always. I know you do because Amy's electric. Follow that impulse, that love impulse. Sometimes we could be with people and a thought will come to mind, oh, I should go over and introduce myself to that person. And here comes Melody. No, girl, they don't want to be bothered. No. Just stay over here by yourself. It's nice here. Follow that instinct, that intuition, that impulse, and extend yourself to someone. It may be exactly what they need. You may be that person to demonstrate to them that they matter, that they are seen, that their presence is important. You just don't know. And someone may do that for you. So love is the nature of spirit. So every act of compassion, justice, generosity, forgiveness, inclusion, and understanding becomes an expression of divine life. Every time we choose love, spirit has another opportunity to reveal itself. When someone says, where's God in this? I just had this conversation with a girlfriend. She was very upset about stuff going on in the world. She said, where's God in all of this? I was like, you. Where are you in all of this? We get to be that expression. So when we forget our connection to one another, we suffer. When we forget our connection to spirit, we suffer. When we forget our own inherent wholeness, we suffer. And the pain may appear differently in each life. It may appear like loneliness or fear or resentment. It might appear as shame or anger. It may even appear as narcissism. May appear as narcissism, y'all. That pain, that separation from the love that you are. But underneath every wound is often the same mistaken belief. I am alone. I am not loved. I am not lovable. But higher love gently cradles that belief. Higher love reminds us that you are not alone. You have never been separate. You have never been outside the embrace of the divine. You have never been disconnected from the one life expressing through all. But many believe that they are. And that's where we come in, with our brilliant, unique light. We get to remind each other that you are not alone, that you are worthy, that you are safe, that you are love.
Yes.
So this summer solstice, I hope you can regard it as a powerful teacher, because the solstice does something to the shadow. What does this light do to the shadow? Shortens the shadow. Yes, Carrie. Makes it smaller and smaller and smaller. And that's what we get to do. These big issues in the world, these shadows in the world, we get to be the solstice, the summer solstice for the world. And as we shine our light, all of these things that are happening in our world begins to get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. But it requires that we extend ourselves. We don't have to do anything grand, y'all. Just be neighborly. Just extend yourself just a little bit. And it catches, it gets contagious.
Tsunami of love.
Tsunami of love. All right now, Joe. So we're not here to fight the darkness. We're not here to fight the shadow. That is exhausting, y'all. And it only creates more of things to fight. So we get to know the truth, the light of love, that when the world teaches fear, higher love teaches connection. And when the world is teaching separation, higher love is teaching wholeness. So this is where our spiritual practices support us. Just think about, how do you respond when someone disagrees with you? There was a time I would fight tooth and nail to get my point across. When they would say, do you want to be right or happy? I would say, I want to be right. I want to be right. So it's time that we let that go. And so I'm going to wrap this up with an invitation to you. Michelle Obama said in that speech, when we truly see each other, when we strive to bring out the best in ourselves and one another, there is no limit to how high we can go. So my invitation to you is to go higher.
Yes.
To go higher. Yes?
Yes. Yes.
All right. So our love work for June is this question. What would higher love have me know, be, and do in this moment? What would higher love have me know, be, and do in this moment? You're ready to take that on?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Peace and blessings, everyone. Peace and blessings.